Hey guys, it's Chrissy Senpai Art again, or I guess Chrissy Senpai plays Pokemon? A little bit something different. Excuse me, I'm just not good at talking to myself, so I might ramble a little bit. But today, Jimothy also is James's goofy nickname, by the way. But today, I'm going to be playing, as you can see, Pokemon Leaf Green. Leaf Green. Which is my preferred version. I know that's a little controversial, but I just like it. We're going to be doing it with Staryu. We name it Kamiya, which is named after one of my Naruto OCs from my little weeby days. As you can see, Staryu learns a lot of really good moves like Psychic, Thunderbolt, which I don't use it during this playthrough. But Staryu does learn some pretty dank moves, if I do say so myself. So, we do the first rival fight with Bulbasaur. I just beat him with a star. Like, there's not much more to that than smacking him with a Starfish. Every time when he just has tackle, or it just has tackle, Staryu's generalist, so when Staryu, he's a star. When he just has tackle, he just smacks the shit out of everything. Like that, it just, imagine somebody beating somebody up with a plastic starfish, because that's all I can see. So, when I first start the game, I get the free potion from the dude just hanging out over here. And I also beat up a lot of Raticate and Pidgeys, not to level up necessarily, because Staryu holds its own pretty well. I do that mostly to get speed EVs, because as you can see, I'm pretty sure I've shown his stats already. I got an Adamant Nature Staryu with Illuminate. Fantastic, right? Basically, Adamant is more attack, less special attack, if I am correct. Also, I catch my Flyho, as I named it, and it's just not in a good nature, and Illuminate is an ability. It's just useless, pretty much. It actually makes me want to rip my hair out through most of this run, because every single step in a cave, and sometimes I won't even get a step in, because the game registers in these generations as when you just move in the same spot as a step. I learned that when I was a wee little child playing Emerald, and used that in the Safari Zone, because I don't think it counts as a step, but it counts as a step. And also, as you can see, I'm in the Viridian Forest now. Staryu is very susceptible. The weakness that Staryu has is poison. That is its biggest weakness, is poison, and obviously grass moves and electric moves. He handled the. Also, I caught a Pikachu, as you can see, because Pikachu is one of my favorites along with Staryu. I absolutely did not use any other Pokemon during this run. Now, when I was in double battles, I did drag them out, but I would use a move that would not affect the battle at all. I just did every optional battle, basically. Every single battle I could to raise Staryu's level up. Really the only thing that stands in Staryu's way is Toxic or Poison Sting, and every single time I got hit with Poison Sting, it poisoned him. So, as you can see, it's poisoned. But that happened a lot, so it got old, but I ended up buying loads of antidotes. That was the thing I probably bought the most of in the game, was antidotes. And I barely make it out of most of these battles alive, because I can't move once. I pretty much have to go and carry around hundreds of antidotes, because this dumb starfish is very weak to poison for some reason. Like I said, every single time, it pretty much hit off. He got poisoned, and I was like, damn it. It's kind of weird that I refer to it as a he, even though it's got a girl's name, but yeah, whatever. It's a Staryu. It's genderless. It doesn't care. So, I'm just, as you can see, vibing, just speeding through the game. I did use the speed up, and I sped up this part. As you can see, I sweep Brock's gym, because that would make sense. Rock and ground, quad weak to water. I am a water Pokemon with a water move. So I went through his gym really fast. I did speed up through the game. Again, I'm not a Let's Player, really. I just do whatever makes the game fun for me, and that means beating the game in a few hours during the day. That's what it means to me. I didn't use any items in battle. I didn't show, all the battles. I showed the ones where I got my ass whooped, which there's a couple of those, and I got poisoned again. I showed the ones where I get my ass completely handed to me. Other than that, I don't show all of them because this video is already 30 minutes long, as you can tell. We don't need to be here all day, and I can't stand watching like really sped up footage. I do have a couple of those in here just to show you how quickly Staryu can get through the gyms by itself. And obviously, I'm gonna buy the $500 Magikarp because somebody needs to love him. Am I right? But I can't stand watching it. I had to edit this. Oh, also, this is what I was talking about when I was saying every couple of steps I run into something. And it drove me nuts. So at one point I do end up buying repels in the game because I just want to rip my hair out. It was wild. I caught a Paris. Paris is another one of my favorites. I do have favorites outside of Gen 1, but it's just the easiest game to emulate. And here's a battle that was scary. She had a Bellsprout and an Oddish, and Staryu. While I use Recover is the only move I do not change this whole game. Recover is a great move, in my opinion. Staryu won a lot of battles just by outstalling the rest of them. But Staryu struggled a little bit here. Any grass Pokemon, honestly, if he was not way over leveled, he would just get one shot, or half shot, and then I would just be spamming Recover. I looked at his Staryu's stats and all that, and I was like, damn it, this sucks. If I had known that, I would have reset the draw and gotten a better shot. I don't even really care that his nature is necessarily bad. Also, I get my ass whooped by a Shelter. That's another big problem with Staryu. I mean, I guess it is a problem with any solo run. A problem with any solo run is not necessarily being able to stand moves like Confuse Ray, poisoning, just getting poisoned, or paralyzed. But getting paralyzed way later in the video. I'll show you that. Sucks. Here we go at Misty's gym now. This is awful. This was just absolutely awful. So let's just see who could outstall the other one, and then I just immediately get one shot by the Starmie. Like I said, Staryu is, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not like I said, I'm not a competitive player, but Staryu is more speed, special attack, but it does have enough defenses to kind of back it up. But that's, I guess, technically a Starmie. So I went and grinded some more, as you can see, and again, I lost. It sucked. But there was a point, you will see later, once we get through this Starfish slapping battle, that is basically all this is, where I do get a really useful move. It's just funny to watch him just slapping Starfish around. I can't help but keep saying that because it's just so funny to me to think about. So I go after the rival again, and now you can see I have Swift. Now, Swift was a move I kept for a good while because it's quite a good move, at least for Staryu, and Bulbasaur did not put me to sleep this time. He poisoned me, which I can tolerate being poisoned. Not toxic poisoned, mind you, but just regular poison, because Staryu can out-heal most of it with just Recover. That was a tactic I pretty much abused this whole time. Like, I would abuse it with Leech Seed. Generally, Pokemon that I like to use, as I go across the Golden Gate Bridge, I show the whole thing. Pokemon I generally like to use are Stallers, the really annoying ones, Toxic Stallers, Recovery type Pokemon. I just like to be really annoying, and Staryu really showed that during this run. It was quite fun. So I get the TM for Secret Power and replace Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin didn't really do much, it just kind of pecked away at HP, and now I gotta save Bill because he did a weird furry experiment and got himself stuck as a Pokemon. But save Bill. I mean, y'all know how this game goes. I don't need to walk everything through for you. But I do stop to bring it up as I'm about to. Here I go again, bringing out my Swift Power and my Recover. I got the Paralyze with the Secret Power and beat Misty. And it was funny, I learned Bubble Beam and then immediately placed it with Water Pulse because it had a chance to confuse, which is a really good thing when, again, Staryu isn't necessarily that squishy. It took a lot more hits than I thought Staryu was going to take, but I get one shot, but obviously I said grass and electric moves. Instant one shot. I was surprised though. I didn't know that Magnemite was not resistant to water moves. I guess it's steel typing, or I guess the electric too. But it was just weird to me. I thought he would have been resistant to it, but I got through a lot of electric Pokemon just by water pulsing them or using a water move, because this whole time I thought they resisted it. Apparently not. So here we go into the S.S.N. I used that healing bit a lot. I, again, beat everybody on board, just so I can get all the experience points I can, because, believe it or not, Staryu is a single Pokemon, and he is unevolved. Now, his best stat through this whole challenge was his speed. He outsped literally almost everything that I came across, I'm pretty sure, except maybe the final battle a little bit. There are some Pokemon that outsped him. But speaking of battle, I always like to dig the berries out of the trash can for some reason. It's just always funny to me that you can steal berries from the trash can. So here we go. Ivysaur scares me even more. I can tolerate being leech seeded, but then he puts me to sleep, and you know what happens when I get put to sleep? I insta die, because I can't heal myself fast enough. So I get kicked off the SSA for being a shitty Pokemon player, and then go back and try again. Basically, that's really the only luck for Staryu, is how long does he get stuck staying asleep? It's so many S's in a sentence. How long does he get stuck staying asleep? And does he get insta-shot? You will see later in the video. Quite a funny one-shot moment. At least it was funny to me. I couldn't stop laughing about it, because I was just like, well, that's done, you know. Also, I struggled. You could see I struggled so hard with this damn puzzle. I've never understood the mechanics to this thing, but I struggled quite some time. So I see Lieutenant Surge. I'd be like, you want to battle? And he's like, sure. So I whip out my Starfish, start beating him over the head with it. Got that Swift, got that Secret Power. For just being normal moves, they are quite strong, especially Secret Power. That's pretty much what Staryu ends up with, is almost all TM moves, again, except Recovery. Keep that through the whole run, because it's a little bit, at least to me, a little bit broken. So I'll show the stats again. His speed is getting up there. Like I said, I grinded for IVs, EVs, I forget which one's which. I grind up for speed, specifically. And after that I didn't really care. I just wanted Staryu to be so fast that it didn't matter what hit him. He's gonna hit it first, and kill it. Because he gets some, like I just showed the moves, he has some pretty strong ones that deal with his weaknesses very well. I gave my rival Venusaur, because obviously Venusaur's strong against me, but Staryu comes back with a little move called Psychic. But that's a little bit down the road. So here I am fighting my rival at the tower. Yet that rival battle I only had to do once, versus the other ones where I get my ass beat a few times. Also, I go get the Eevee that's just hanging out in a Pokeball for some reason, and named it Mama, even though it was a boy. I didn't really necessarily care. Obviously, I just name things whatever I want them to be. You should see some of the goofy names. So I'm looking at the TM list at the gambling corner, and I see I can get Ice Beam, which is a very useful move, and also Mystic Water. I get that way later. I'll mention it when I do. I do go get the Water Stone, just to show Staryu that he could be a Starmie. Like a prettier Pokemon, a stronger Pokemon. Also, his speed's over 100 now. But no, he's not allowed. He just gets to look at this Water Stone and feel sad about himself, because he's going to be a Staryu forever, but he is going to be the strongest Staryu that the world has ever known. Because I've not seen a Staryu playthrough yet. I looked for them, just so I wasn't accidentally stepping on anyone's toes, like if they'd uploaded somewhat close to the time I did. Also, I give this little brat a bunch of drinks. I always do, even though I don't use any of the TMs. And here we go, blasting through the Celadon City Gym, up until I tried to fight Erica. Celadon was always my favorite gym in the anime, because that one episode where it catches on fire because of Team Rocket, and Gloom. Well, that's another Pokemon I love a lot, is Gloom. I would love to do a playthrough with just a Gloom. I know that's oddly specific, and here's me getting my ass handed to me. It's oddly specific, but it was fun. So I skipped the gym and go fight Giovanni down in Gambling Land. His team is incredibly easy for Staryu. I just beat him the first time. Giovanni, you really need to get a few better Pokemon. Because if somebody with just a single Starmie, mind you, he's a little over-leveled. He's still just a Staryu. He shouldn't be beating you up like this. He's just a little Starfish. So I just go save the old man and go beat up the Snorlax. Usually in the regular game, I just catch them even though I never use them because I feel bad about basically making Snorlax extinct in Leaf Green. Here's the stats again. But I just, Also, I forgot the bike ticket, so I had to go get that before I could even go fight on the bike road. And here, like I'm saying, I'm trying to not use any moves when I get stuck in a double battle. I at least have to keep HM Rat in the party most of the time because he has Cut. And I do teach Pikachu the other ones just so I can have him in the party because I like Pikachu a lot. So I just get Ice Beam finally. And then I go back to Erica's gym. Wipe the floor with that bitch. Wipe the floor. All I did was Ice Beam. And again, Staryu a little over leveled. Still getting one shot by a Staryu. I'm just saying. Imagine someone running at you with a Starfish, be like, "This is it. This is what's going to kill you." So I, beat the gym, leave, beat the whole cycling road. I go through the Safari Zone, but everybody has to go through the Safari Zone because I needed Surf before I went into his gym. Because Surf is a very powerful move with 100% accuracy, so I replaced the Water Pulse with Surf. It was Hydro Pump actually, which made going through the Pokemon Tower incredibly difficult, but that's not here. So I just go through, smack these boys around, and get stuck. I can't remember the pattern for this gym. The problem is Mucky's minimized so much, and then I got poisoned. And when you get the Biggie poison, he just can't outlast him, and it sucks. It's like the Price is Right sad noise. That's what this whole experience was with Staryu and getting poisoned. So I try again and again, and this time I won. So I accidentally taught Toxic to Pidgey. I was gonna give that to Staryu to make it a Toxic Stalwart, but no, I taught it to Pidgey. So I hadn't saved, and I wasn't gonna go fight him again. So I just accepted my fate that I'm not allowed to be a troll this whole time. So I battle again all the water boys. The water Pokemon are oddly enough not very strong against their own type. I was doing a lot more damage than I thought I would towards water Pokemon with Staryu. It was weird. Also, I revived the Dome Fossil because I picked the Dome Fossil. You saw that earlier, but I much prefer Kabuto. He's just cute. I got Amistar's cute too. Or Ammonite is cute. Amistar is a little spooky looking. But Kabuto, he's just a baby. I don't know why nobody wants him. He's so cute. So I go through to get the key to the fire gym. I hated this. It's just like a damn cave. And when you have a beacon of light, I guess Pokemon like looking at that. I caught a Vulpix, because I like Vulpix. It's cute. Sweep through absolutely the first try on Blaine's gym, because again, water Pokemon. This is where he was bound to shine, was Blaine's gym. Again, it still baffles me that Staryu can get through, but I don't know if his stats are higher than other Pokemons. I didn't look into that beforehand. But yeah, it was just weird to me. It was fun, but it was weird. I go through the fighting dojo, which I don't see people doing that a lot. I take Hitmonlee because I prefer him, Leggy Boy. I've never understood. It's just weird, I guess. I guess people just don't want to do extra battles, or they don't show it. I don't know. I like to do the fighting dojo. It was always like a little mini gym type thing, and I always thought it was fun when I was a kid. So I go through and get absolutely lost in Silphco. Dear God. I get lost in these so often that I have to look up guides on how to get my ass out of here, because I just hate going in circles and spending so much time not knowing what I'm doing. But it was easy. I did have to leave at one point and heal a couple times because I was running out of PP. So that was a thing, but it wasn't too hard. Once I got found the lady with the bed, I just healed in that instead. So I'm just, running through. I'm out of PowerPoints, I can tell. I just saw them all be red. The Team Rocket's pretty easy for Staryu to take on. All their Golbats and Zubats, if you teach it Ice Beam, or you can teach it Thunder and Thunderbolt too. That's the plus about, I guess, Staryu, is it turns into Starmie, which is a water psychic Pokemon, and it's just got a really decent move pool. It has a lot of moves that can deal with its weaknesses, which I think is really cool. This reminds me of when I played Let's Go Pikachu for the first time, because obviously I got both, but I'm going to play Pikachu first. And then I realized you could ride Starmie. I screamed, "Oh my god, you can ride Starmie!" And my roommates were not very pleased with how loudly I yelled that in excitement, because the whole house heard. And it was a 2-story shithole. It was a pretty big house. I am still battling people in Silphco. Oh my god. It is taking so long to figure out where I'm at. But I find the rival, do it first try like a champion. I almost got one shot by the Venusaur. Took a lot of HP on that hit, but thankfully it was not a critical. Critical hits have saved Staryu a couple times during this run. I don't know how crits are, I don't know how they're calculated, but it saved him. And obviously Giovanni is quite easy. Talk to the old man, get the Master Ball, go get Psychic to teach to Staryu. If I remember correctly, I got rid of Secret Power for that. Or Hydro Pump, I don't remember which. Yeah, I got rid of Secret Power for that. Also, guess where I got lost at next? Sabrina's gym. Completely, absolutely, utterly lost. But that's fine. I looked up a guide and then got lost because I can't see very well. So that was a pleasant experience all around. But she herself was fairly easy. Beat her on the first try. Said a couple times. The thing with Staryu is there's no close win. There's just, oh, I got solar beamed. Oops. Or, oh, I got put to sleep, and then Bulbasaur just smacked me around with a grass move. It's just wild. So, I go to Giovanni's gym next after I beat Sabrina's, and sweep. Absolutely sweep it. Staryu is him's just a strong boy. But it wasn't hard. I did have to go and get more PP. Had to go back to the Pokemon Center and heal, because going to him without enough PP would just be a dumb idea. As I said, I beat every single trainer in the way, because it just makes my life easier in the long run. So here's his stats. He has pretty good speed. It's edging on 200, and his special attack, it's funny that his defense is higher than his special attack. If he didn't have Adamant Nature, I wonder what his special attack would have been. But I have a rival fight. Sweep it first try. It's weird that he doesn't have an Arcanine at this level yet, but whatever, dude. Make your life harder on yourself, I guess. And here we go. Again, on the Champion Road, another godforsaken cave. So I go and buy just an ass load of drinks, because I use the drinks to heal. They're way cheaper than potions, and even though I don't necessarily have to worry about money, I did need to go get my Mystic Water to give Staryu. I could just be absolutely glancing over the fact that I've probably done that already because I'm an idiot. But yeah, Staryu, oh god, not this fight. This woman whooped my ass multiple times. I'm pretty sure I had to challenge her a total of 5 times until I beat her, and it sucked because I wanted to do all the optional battles, and she's in a really bad spot too. It's hard to get past her. It's hard to get past a Dugong as a Staryu. Later, a little bit later in the run, you'll see where Dugong once again makes my life living hell, but he just outstalled me. He kept putting me to sleep, confusing me. He killed all my babies, because I have to take them with me to, get through the cave. And then Chansey. Dear Lord, Chansey. I wanted to cry. It was so bad. This trainer just drove me absolutely nuts. Which I guess makes sense, because she has 2 pretty tanky stalling health boys. Once I could hit Chansey, it wasn't so bad, but I could never hit it because it used minimize, which is, I couldn't imagine like a tiny Chansey. Then I ran out of PP, spammed recover, and then struggled my way to victory just like I do in real life. Also, I don't remember those white things ever being there. That's just weird. So, here's Lorelei, I don't know how to say her name. She was awful. Absolutely awful for Staryu. Apparently, she's like the most awful half the time for any Pokemon that's solo running. But yeah, she was awful because her Lapras just... Also, I'd take them out of the party after this. Her Lapras just beat me to death. Like, I couldn't get past them. So I just had to keep going and going. And I'm going to make fun of myself here in a second. I forgot I had rare candies. So, I used the rare candies and leveled up a little bit. I was like, okay, maybe I can get through it this time. The problem was I kept getting either confused or put to sleep or paralyzed by body slam. Which was just... It just doesn't work. It does not work. Staryu needs to be able to move his limbs everywhere so he can whoop some Hanyan. But I did get by her after like over 5 attempts. It was less than 10, but it was over 5 for sure. I don't like to show them all because the flashing lights are very irritating to me and it's just annoying. Bruno, flawless sweep. I forgot I had Psychic for one of his Pokemon, I think, and didn't use it for some reason. Yeah, Hitmonlee, I didn't use Psychic for. I don't know why I didn't. I do heal up in between battles. I don't heal up I do heal up during them in the sense of I do have recover, but I don't use items during battle, excluding Staryu's held item, which is Mystic Water. I do save before everybody, just because Staryu can get one shot so easy by a specific move or just a bad run. So I got through Agatha first try, that was easy. And Lance I had to give 2 tries, 2 or 3 tries, because he kept paralyzing me. I have the ice move to get by him, but if I keep getting paralyzed, I can't move fast enough to beat Dragonite, because Dragonite just blows me up with Hyper Beam. So I reset, tried again, healed, re-healed, made sure his moves that I needed were good, and tried again. Got paralyzed again. Of course, why would I not get paralyzed? But I got the crit on Dragonite. Then I got beat up by Aerodactyl. Because why wouldn't I? So I try again. I reload once again. And try one more time. And, I'm just sitting here trying to get past the Gyarados. Gyarados sucked because he had Hyper Beam, but if I could just keep from getting paralyzed, I could sweep the team. And I did this time. Now it's on to the rival, which, this is the funny one. So I get past Pidgeot. The problem with Pidgeot is that it keeps sand attacking me. And I can't have any accuracy issues. I do get the freeze on him. But then I miss Venusaur, and he charges up Solar Beam, and then I get blown into absolute smithereens by Solar Beam. Rest in pieces, Staryu. You will be missed because you died. But I just reset because I wasn't going through all that other bullshit to get stuck here. So I challenged him once more for my reset. Get Pidgeot to not use Sand Attack on me for some reason, and used Aerial Ace, get the freeze, recover while he's frozen, and kill him. And then Venusaur, I get the Psychic off. It takes 2, but for some reason he just uses Growth. I'm sure he has another Grass move he can use. It's not Solar Beam. Then, and just the rest of the time I sweep pretty much. I don't know why I use Psychic on Kadabra. Kadabra. I don't know why I use Psychic on Alakazam. I am a dumbass. Don't ask. And then, now I'm against Rhydon. I just smack him around a little bit with a Surf. And then here we are with Gyarados again. Gyarados is quite popular in the Elite Four. It's a little weird. He's just a popular boy. It's just fun. I don't know. So, here we go. I beat the Elite Four. And I will say this, it was quite fun doing one of these as a video. As I said, I'm not much of a talker, especially since I have the issue that I have. It's hard for me to form sentences completely, but talking for pretty much essentially over 31 minutes straight helped a little bit. So, what would I say? Try this yourself. If you really like Staryu, then yes. The only parts that were rough really were the second gym, because I needed to get secret power or level up enough to get Swift to really do anything. And Lorelei, she was tough. Other than that, and that one trainer, whoever she was, with all those damn stallers, like, don't use my own moves against me, woman. But yeah, here's his stats. He's just a really, I love Staryu. Staryu is one of my favorite Pokemon, and if you do try it, I hope you have fun, and maybe get a Staryu that doesn't have a nature that works against what he is supposed to do. I hope you guys have a good day, and keep playing Pokemon.